Today we're exploring Matsumoto, a picturesque city surrounded by mountains right in the heart of Japan's Nagano Prefecture. In this video we'll visit Matsumoto Castle, one of 4 Japanese castles designated a national treasure.
It's like herding cats. There's a lot of us visiting right now.
We'll visit the Yohashira Shrine and see the floats on display for their annual festival, and we'll check out the Yayoi Kusama exhibit at the Matsumoto City Museum of Art. And because we're major foodies, we'll also take you out for dinner at an Izakaya-style food hall.
Make it to sanzokuyaki time.
Sample Oyaki, which we obtained by knocking on the door of someone's home. So you're kind of like, is this the right place? And try sanzokuyaki, which is a style of fried chicken that Matsumoto is known for.
Take a look at this, guys. Put your hand over there for that.
This is my home. This is my petite home.
It's really big.
If that sounds like your kind of adventure, we invite you to hit that subscribe button and join us as we share some of the best things to do in Matsumoto, Japan. Alrighty, so our first stop this morning is Nawate Dori, or Nawate Street. It is a pedestrian street, and it is also a shopping street that's just lined with antique shops, restaurants, souvenir shops. So there's a little bit of everything. We've got the stream just directly behind us. And yeah, it's just really nice, really peaceful. It's slowly coming to life.
Look what I just found. There's a little pamphlet available in various languages. This one's in English. It's a guide to the street. And it also mentions that there's free Wi-Fi here.
Oh,
so look at that.
Oh, good to know.
It's good to know, yeah.
Fun fact, Nawate Dori is a frog-themed street. Some say this is because the croaking of frogs can be heard from the banks of the Metoba River, while others say it's because the Japanese word for frog also means to return home, making it a homecoming symbol. Either way, you'll be seeing lots of frog sculptures along this street. Alrighty, so this street is still waking up slowly. However, we did find a place selling taiyaki.
This is one of the classic Japanese street foods that I always think of when I'm imagining Japanese street food in my head. The taiyaki, the takoyaki. Now this taiyaki is shaped like a fish, and the traditional one is for it to have sweet red bean inside. Now I also noticed that the store had cream, sausage, chocolate, and ice cream. So there's something to everyone's taste. I can't wait to try it.
Yeah, the custard cream sounded really good, but this is a red bean, so...
Yeah, 250 yen, guys.
Yeah.
Let's try it. Sorry, guys, I'm gonna bite its head off. That's delicious. Actually, it had a lot more filling inside than I was expecting, so... But I should have taken a smaller bite, but that's a good thing. Just loaded with that red bean. Sweet, but not like overly sweet, kind of just very tasty. For some it's an acquired taste, but for me, the very first time I tried the sweet red beans many years ago, I loved them. So this is one of my favorite street food snacks, I have to say.
As we walked down Nawate Dori, we also came across the Yohashira Shrine. We just so happened to be in Matsumoto during the Yohashira Shrine's annual festival, and that means there were lots of floats on display. There was no actual parade, but we got to see these beautiful floats lining the road all the way up to Matsumoto Castle.
Feces of pigeon is sometimes falling. Please be careful overhead.
We then headed over to Matsumoto Castle, also nicknamed the Crow Castle due to its black exterior. This 16th century castle is a 6-story structure, though at first glance it only appears to have 5 levels due to an extra hidden floor. It was designed both for defense and as a residence. We wanted to tour the interior of the castle, so we paid 700 yen per person. Shoes have to come off when you enter the castle, and I had read that it's freezing cold if you visit outside the summer months, so my tip is to bring your hotel slippers.
Alrighty, so we are now inside Matsumoto Castle. Very cool. You have to take your shoes off, so if I can share one tip, most hotels in Japan give you free disposable slippers. We brought ours because we heard the floor can be really cold, especially in winter.
I have no problem, but Audrey does.
Yes.
Yes.
You'll be happier with slippers.
Yeah.
Or bring socks.
They are comfortable.
Go please.
Go please.
Go please, don't hold up traffic.
It's like herding cats. There's a lot of us visiting right now.
The second floor of the castle's main keep features a gun museum with a collection of guns, armor, and other weapons. But I would say the castle really shines with its views of Matsumoto and the surrounding mountains.
So we just finished our visit to Matsumoto Castle. Thoughts from Samuel?
The star of the city. Yeah, it's amazing. The Japanese castles are a sight to behold. I mean, they're so impressive from a distance, and they're even more impressive when you go inside. You get to see the intricate details, and that castle was mostly made out of wood. The steps were all kinds of steep, which is fascinating to climb up them, but it's well worth it because once you get to the top, you have an incredible view, panoramic view of the city, mountains in all directions. And also really enjoyed the displays that they had. Some of the old pistols, the samurai outfits, infantry hats, the different tools. Just a really good experience overall. It is busy in there. Don't expect to have the place to yourself by any stretch of the imagination, but still well worth coming. And it's also really nice to walk around the surrounding area and see the castle from as many vantage points as you possibly can. And something else really interesting is once you finish, you can walk by this display of all the different castles they have in Japan. And Japan, I mean, you could plan a whole trip to Japan based on castles. It's a country like Germany or also Wales where there's so many impressive castles. If you were really into that, you could have an entire trip and maybe even several trips just to see them all.
Alrighty, as for me, I really enjoyed the museum within the castle. So basically they have all sorts of weapons on display. Like guns and pistols and rifles. But what's interesting, there's a section of secret weapons or hidden weapons that were disguised as something else because apparently having weapons was quite heavily controlled, like you weren't supposed to. So there's some really interesting ones that look like the handles of a sword, of a katana sword, but then they would pull it out and it would actually be a pistol where they could like kill their opponent. So yeah, they were meant to be concealed like in the sleeves of a kimono, for example, or things like that. So that was really interesting. And like Sam was saying, the staircases are super steep, so just be prepared for that. If you have some mobility issues, going all the way up may not be an option. Also in certain sections, the steps tilted forward. So just be careful. It's very easy to fall and very easy to bang your head on the beams.
Yeah, I can't believe I forgot to mention that. Yeah, that was a consideration the entire time I was there. Don't get concussed, don't fall down, because I've done that before.
Okay, so we just finished visiting Matsumoto Castle, and about 1 block west from the northwest corner of the park, there's a shop that sells oyaki. Oyaki are like these little baked dumplings, and this shop, it's very nondescript. Like you basically feel like you're walking into somebody's home and you just slide the door open. It's a wooden door.
And you are.
You are.
You are.
You're just walking into someone's home, so you're kind of like, is this the right place? Is it not? It's the first house in the corner. And then you go in there and they have all different types of oyaki you can get. So they have the names of the different fillings. I'm just gonna quickly tell you what we got. We got 3 each. So 6 oyaki. We have leek and miso.
Azuki.
Azuki potato. Tofu pulp, squash.
Nuts and raisins.
Nuts and raisins. So we got a nice mix of savory and sweet. This is going to be our lunch today. Trying to keep it relatively light because we're planning to have a bigger dinner. And I can't wait to try this and show you the different fillings. Oh, and the price was 220 yen per each little oyaki. And this is something very traditional that you want to try here in Matsumoto.
They are dense, friends. They are very dense and thick, heavy in the hand.
So this is the oyaki with tofu pulp. Thoughts?
I really liked it.
Yeah?
Beautiful texture on the outside. Interesting filling in the middle. So dense, so much denser than I thought they would be. I think by the time we eat all 6 of these, we're gonna be pretty full. Yeah, seriously.
Leek and miso.
It's an interesting one. Ooh la la, that's the potato, friends.
Potato, and it's marked with a walnut. Sweet azuki bean. Look at that. So this is nuts and raisins.
Oh.
La la. So going in for the squash. So sweet. This is basically a dessert one, if you ask me.
Oh, that's exciting.
I'm like really pleasantly surprised.
Beautiful like texture on the outside, huh? Like the, I love it. They're like gourmet. They're like
It's
gourmet
like a nice
dumplings
little
or something.
bun, like a little bread.
Yeah, sort of like in between a bun and a dumpling. You know?
Yeah, and it kind of reminds me of an empanada in its own
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Japanese empanada.
So tasty.
So yeah, this has been a nice surprise. I'm really glad we went to this lady's home and just, oh, konnichiwa.
Yeah, we had to call her over, so it's even more awkward. You know, you're inside someone's house and you don't.
Yeah.
There's no sign of anybody.
Yeah.
But worth it.
So it's done.
So it's done.
Okay, so for today's meal, something a little bit interesting. We're basically across from Matsumoto Station and 1 block over at this place over here. It's kind of like a warehouse, or it's just like a large covered space, and inside you have 12 different izakayas, and each one specializes in something different. So you can choose if you feel like having okonomiyaki or sushi or gyoza, and like each one has their specialty. So you come, you sit down, you grab a little stool, you eat there, maybe order some beer, and that's kind of the vibe. Now, this type of place usually gets going later in the evening. We're kind of having a bit of an early dinner. So a few people are already in there drinking after work, but it's not quite as lively as it will get, say, 2 to 3 hours from now. But well, we're gonna show you our early dining experience here.
Music to my ears. Audrey, I'm like, oh, I see a lot of people drinking beer. I think we should have a beer. And Audrey's like, we have to get a beer. We have to get a beer.
It's an izakaya.
Music to my ears.
Let's go. Okay, so we chose a place, got a beer. What's the plan?
Make it a Suntory time.
Is it? Oh, it is.
Well, it's a Suntory glass.
Okay.
I don't know if it's Suntory beer. It's a draft beer. Our plan is to have fun, period. We're starting off with takoyaki, one of our favorite Japanese foods. It's delicious, those delectable little balls with sauce, and oh, those bonito flakes too.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, you remember well.
I remember well. I remember first trying them in Osaka 5 years ago. So nice to be having them again. It's the first time on this trip that we've had them. And I love the atmosphere here. It's festive, it's fun. You have all these different eating stations. We've got our eye also on Korean food later, so this will just be round 1 of 2. And yeah, we're starting off with the beer, and the food should be coming in 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, I think the girl's gonna cook it for us, but it appears you also have the option of maybe making your own takoyaki at the table. You know, we tried that once. We were very bad at it. We did not have the experience.
So I'm glad it's being made for us.
Yeah.
I'd rather be eating something delicious than trying to, you know, recreate it myself. We're better eaters than we are cooks, let's be honest.
So cheers, I'm having a lemon sour, and let's enjoy. Well guys, the food is here. 3 different varieties. We've got this one with scallion here, with green onion.
That's a spicy.
This one, it says spicy with tempura bits.
And this is the mayo one.
Yeah, it said mentaiko on the menu. Of course, we don't know what that means.
We'll try them all.
We'll try them all regardless. So what are you gonna start with?
I will start with the.
Oh, and here's your little plate. Look at that.
Look at that. I'll try with the mayo one. Why not? Pick that up. Apparently it's very hot, so try to eat it carefully.
Very plump.
Oh my gosh, that's delicious. There's such a nice, moist, beautiful texture. Giant piece of octopus inside, and a really nice tangy sauce, tangy mayo sauce. That's awesome. Now your turn to try one.
My turn, alrighty. Ooh, that is steaming hot.
Yep.
It's also got some little sesame seeds sprinkled over top. I'm gonna try not to burn myself. Batter is very nice. Big chunk of octopus as well. Wow.
Yeah. Seriously, huh?
I need to let this cool down a little bit.
And you got one more to try here.
One more? You want me to try both?
Yep. Try the spicy.
Spicy bits.
My favorite part about this is we get two each. It's awesome. Good.
Ooh, that is spicy. That is fiery.
Fire.
Oh.
Hey, dude, drink.
Good thing I have my lemon sour.
Chase it down with the lemon sour, yeah. Well, we're enjoying this, and round 2 is next.
Round 2. Okay, so while we were having the takoyaki, we got a recommendation.
Yeah, we had the friendliest server, just such a kind person, talked for a bit. She recommended, we were talking about Matsumoto food, like what's unique here. And she was telling us that this particular place is the only place in Japan right now where you can try the aorta.
Of a pig. The pig's aorta, part of the heart.
So we're gonna get the kaukan stew to try it, and then also the kaukan skewers, and even says that Japan first, only available here.
Yes.
So very unique, very interesting, and yeah, we're open to trying anything new. So
Yes.
let's do it.
Peach sour.
Oh, peach sour.
Highball.
Thank you, peach sour. Oh, and another very interesting thing on the menu that I think we're just not brave enough, guys. Pork rectum. We're just
We still gotta make room for Korean food. That's my excuse. Oh, ganbai, yeah.
okay.
Ganbai.
Ganbai, no cheers.
Ganbai.
Ganpai, that's better.
My bad.
Highball, kaku highball. Is that whiskey or beer?
It sure, yeah, it sure is. It's kind of like a whiskey and a soda, I believe. It's great. You definitely get the taste of the whiskey, but it's watered down and it's in soda flavor.
Nice.
You'll have to try it too.
Yes. And here we have the stew and we have spicy miso
right.
paste.
So I'm gonna take a bit of that spicy miso paste and I'm gonna just dunk it in there.
You can see the aorta right there.
Yeah, right there, guys. I'm going right for.
I know enough biology.
I'm going right for the
to
good
know
stuff.
That's the aorta.
Going right for the aorta, right in there. We're not shy here.
Well, I think only Samuel's not shy here.
Chewy,
Chewy.
but tasty. Like, we have experience eating this type of food in Peru and also in Argentina as
Well, we had the anticucho. That's like the actual meat of the heart.
That's
Here
right.
you're getting the aorta.
Yeah, but we're
specifically.
used to having like intestines and stuff, and we've tried that in Peru and Argentina. So
Yeah.
I really don't mind having this, and the stew comes in a nice, rich, very tasty broth. I actually like it. I mean, would I eat it over like nice, tender morsels of beef? No, but it certainly does well. It certainly is fine to have it as stew, and it's unique. So yeah, let's have another piece.
Now in skewer form.
Yep, and
we
they've
go.
given some of the spicy
The
miso.
miso.
Put that on there. Oh, that's even better. Oh, that's tasty. You know what? It reminds me of a squid consistency.
Okay, chewy like squid.
Chewy like squid. And that miso is just the best. I could eat that all day long.
So if you had to choose between the stew and
like
the
this.
grilled one,
Yeah, this is my
grilled is
favorite.
better. Okay, good to know.
Very good.
And round 3 coming to you from a Korean little
We
izakaya.
just could not resist having Korean food. We're moving to the traditional Korean drinks, which is the makgeolli. And it's a delicious kind of fermented drink.
Fermented rice.
Exactly, fermented rice. It's the drink of choice when you hike a mountain in Korea. you go have your jun, your pajun, your Korean pancake, and you drink makgeolli. That's the way to do it. But here they specialize in a couple other dishes, so we're keying in on those. But for now, we'll enjoy this drink. And man, I'm really mixing it up with the whiskey, the makgeolli, and the beer. I'm hoping my stomach handles it okay, but we'll find out.
Going in for the sok, the rice cakes, and these are spicy. They are fried. It looks like they added some walnuts. No, not walnuts. It looks like they added some chopped almonds on top.
Yeah. This might be sweet too. Might be sweet and spicy.
Oh, I like that sauce. I think it has a bit of gochujang.
Yeah, for sure. Is it sweet too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The star of the show.
The star of the show. It's spicy Korean chicken with cheese, and it appears to be maybe some kimchi thrown in there too, for good measure. Try a bit of that. Whoa, look at that cheese. Yeah. If you're gonna have Korean food, make sure your tongue is ready for the spice. It's got a lot of spice. And it mixes so well, that gochujang, that red pepper paste sauce, mixes so well with the cheese. In my opinion, it's the perfect combination. This is just delicious food, and what a great way to end things off here as we're izakaya hopping our way around this fabulous place, eating and drinking to our heart's content.
Alrighty, so we just got out of there, visited a total of 3 different izakayas. So much fun. It definitely got way more lively as the evening progressed. We're turning here.
Yeah, I mean, we started at 4:30, guys, which is ridiculous, and we left at 6, so I mean, it's just starting to get hopping. Imagine what it's going to be like at 7, 8, 9 o'clock, 10 p.m. Wow. But I mean, just an incredible place, so much variety, such a fun, festive environment, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I would say like the people who work there are quite extroverted and chatty.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's just very different from other restaurants we've been to.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed that aspect.
Yeah, I kind of like the informalness of it. I don't know, it's the lively environment. You see other people having a good time, and it makes you just feel relaxed and having fun too.
Yeah, so then in terms of price point, we spent between 1,500 and 2,000 yen at each of the places we went to.
Yeah.
So roughly $15 to $20. You do have to get 1 drink per person at every place you go to, and then you can order a couple of dishes.
Yeah.
So that is what we did. That was our experience there. Would highly recommend. Right across from the train station, so you can't go wrong.
It's fantastic. If we have a chance to go back, we might.
Next, we visited the Matsumoto City Museum of Art to check out the exhibition by Yayoi Kusama, a famous Japanese artist. Even if you don't know her by name, you've most likely seen her work, which is known for its bold use of dots and primary colors. Filming in museums is tricky because all the artwork is protected by copyright, but this is the one photo that visitors are allowed to snap. No video. The exhibition was pretty cool, and one of the works was an immersive experience where we went into an infinity room with mirrors and lights. It was amazing, but you'll just have to take my word for it because I can't share any photo evidence with you.
Alrighty, so next up we're at the Fukashi-jinja Shrine. This shrine is just a couple of blocks over from the Matsumoto City Art Museum. So if you're already in the area, cool shrine to check out. Very colorful, lots of statues of animals. So yeah, we're just having a little wander through here because it's in the area and it's beautiful and it's nice discovering these little surprises. I tried to befriend the cat, but he ran away. He did a pee in front of me.
It's a scaredy cat?
Scaredy cat marking his territory.
Marked his territory and said, "Get out of here.
Get out of here. I live at this shrine, not you."
This is a quiet shrine complex with a serene atmosphere. Fukashi-jinja enshrines the deity of scholarship to whom many Japanese students come to pray for success on their exams, and it also enshrines the deity of wind, water, and agriculture, as well as warfare.
We also went on a day trip from Matsumoto to Azumino to visit the Daio Wasabi Farm, the largest wasabi farm in the world. This day trip was an easy 30-minute train ride from Matsumoto Station, and when we arrived, we rented a couple of bicycles and cycled through the Japanese countryside until we reached the farm. It looks like a pretty chill town, not a whole lot of traffic, so I think this will be easy. The best part was getting to grate our own wasabi at the restaurant located inside the farm.
Here it comes. Here comes the wasabi. That is real potent wasabi. Okay.
Yes! If you're looking for a taste of rural Japan, I would highly recommend this trip. We have an entire video dedicated to experience if you'd like to know more. So, next up, we are trying chicken. We came to a restaurant that specializes in sanzokuyaki. So this is a type of chicken specific to Matsumoto. They basically take either chicken breast or chicken thighs and they soak it in a garlic sauce and then they deep fry it to perfection, I am told. So we found a pretty well-known restaurant that's actually located inside of the Matsumoto station. I think we're like on the 4th floor.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we had to take the escalator up.
Several escalators, and you have several restaurants and like little food shops in this area. So they also have soba at another restaurant, so you can have a look around. We ordered chicken, 2 different chicken sets. I think I got the classic plate.
Yeah.
And you got a special sauce.
I did, so I'll just show you the menu here amongst the ones. So this would be the more original one, right? And I'm going for the sweet and sour version. So we have different varieties to suit all needs.
But it's all chicken.
It's all chicken.
At the end of the day, it's all chicken.
Chicken.
Okay, so the chicken has arrived. Huge portion.
Yes.
More chicken than I thought. We probably could have shared this.
Let's take a look at this, guys. Put your hand over there for reference.
This is my hand. This is my petite hand.
It's really big. Yeah.
So it comes with a side of crispy cabbage, miso soup. I have rice, and this looks like a cold pasta dish, perhaps. Yeah. So no dipping sauce or anything. So I imagine this is quite flavorful.
How's that? Is that some tasty chicken?
That is very good.
It's hard. I mean, when you have really good fried chicken, man, that's tasty.
So flavorful and garlicky.
Oh.
Doesn't need any sauce, really. This is going to be a good meal, guys.
Yeah.
And Sam's is a little bit different.
See, if yours is the plain Jane version, mine's just got all the sauce in the world. I've got loads of sweet and sour sauce covered in what appears to be something like a mayo as well, too. So, exciting times. Let's try that. Oh, as much as I liked yours, I'm a big fan of sauce. So that is delicious.
Alrighty, just leaving the train station right now. Stuffed beyond belief.
Yeah,
way more chicken than we were expecting. Those portions were huge.
I'm rotunding at the moment.
Yes.
That was, I ended up, Audrey's portion was bigger, so I ended up
we shared.
Scooping a few pieces off of hers. You also tried mine too.
Yeah. Oh, I'll mention, here's another chicken center.
Yep.
Outside the station, if you don't want to go all the way up to the 4th floor. This is more like to go, or you can sit at the bar.
Yeah, it's more like a small, intimate Izakaya-style.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of food. Like, we didn't even really touch our rice.
No.
Like, so much we ate. Yeah, so much chicken was on the plate. You could probably go and share one of those portions with a buddy.
Yes.
You know, if you weren't that hungry. But we came with a big appetite and we're leaving full, so that just kind of shows you. And great value too in terms of price point.
Yeah, so it was 2,300 yen, under 23 Canadian dollars, or less than 20 USD.
Yeah, way less than 20.
So
US.
that's it for today's meal. We'll see you with another one soon enough.
Yeah, but we sure will.
Alrighty, a little break for a snack of your own.
There's so much great street food out here and food that I just couldn't resist, even after all that chicken today. So I'm trying the Ishi Miso butterscotch ice cream in a waffle cone. And it came with 2 spoons, so we can share.
Miso butterscotch ice cream. That's not a flavor I've ever heard of before.
Oh, it tastes like fantastic high quality butterscotch. Don't taste a hint of the miso.
No, it's not like
no, I think it's just
salty or anything?
Well, it's salty, but Yeah, it's like that salty sweet, like, you know, that kind of caramel ice cream you would normally get, like sea salt caramel or something.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
like that.
So the miso is there lightly, softly.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to have strong miso soup flavored ice cream, but this is great.
Let's see if my taste buds can detect the miso, my refined taste buds.
Isn't that good? Gourmet, huh?
Yeah, that saltiness is there. It's very mild. You'd never guess, like, oh, this is miso. The butterscotch comes through a lot stronger. Yeah, which is a good thing for ice cream.
That's one of my favorite ice cream flavors.
You want it to be sweeter, not saltier.
Yeah, please. Sweet and salty. You guys, if you want to come here, this is MDI Ice Cream.
Sign's right there.
Yeah, highly recommend it. We could have upgraded and got 3 scoops, but we're trying to show a little moderation. They had some really cool flavors. They had some with beer, very, very creative, very artisanal. This one was 550 yen, and we could have, I think, got 3 flavors for maybe 700, something like that. And it was hard to choose just one. There's some really good looking ones on the menu.
I like this a lot more than I thought I would.
Are we gonna get more? We'll see.
Let's see, I already got the castle stout fudge. What should I get then if you're having gorgonzola and fig? This ice cream was so good. We went back into the shop.
Seriously.
What did you get?
I ended up getting one that is it's basically a stout beer, and then it also has fudge.
Fudge and stout.
Oh, it's just amazing. And then below that is the gorgonzola cheese.
Oh, gorgonzola cheese and fig. Yeah, I picked that one. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And then I chose apricot. They make a lot of ice creams with local fruits. So amazing, amazing. My gosh, you need to come to this place. MDI Ice Cream. We're obsessed.
It's so good.
We couldn't resist.
It's one of the best ice creams I've had in a really long time.
Smoky nights in Matsumoto.
Yes. That was so worth it. We were like sitting at home. To be honest, we're not the biggest nightlife people at this point. And we're like,
Never have
we,
been.
We have to walk away. We're a little bit tired. So worth it. It was so cool. I mean, just a completely different atmosphere at night. We came in the morning when the street was practically dead, and then absolutely packed. Street food galore.
Jazz music.
Jazz music. It's really cool to be here during a festival like that.
Yeah, and we didn't plan it that way. This was just a nice accident.
Randomness. And
oh, there's more.
That was amazing. Oh.
It's still going.
Yeah.
Oh.
We thought it was over, but it continues. Yeah, it's happening in different phases. We had to wait for our section, but it was just amazing. And yeah, they're well prepared. The fire department was out and everything, and I don't know, just so much fun, so interesting.
Here, I'll spin you around. Can you see it? Behind the buildings.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a good night for us then, and we'll see you.
And I'm going to the onsen in the hotel. That's how I'm finishing my night off.
See you tomorrow.